Today is September 14th. It's the 258th day of the year, and this is the On This Day podcast. The famous American dancer Isadora Duncan is fond of her flowing scarves that she wears draped around her neck as often as good fashion allows. She's all about flowing clothes, loose hair, and free-flowing movement. She's the mother of modern dance. Her artistic ambition is to, quote, rediscover the beautiful rhythmical motions of the human body, to call back to that ideal movement which should be in harmony with the highest physical type, to awaken once more an art which has slept for 2,000 years. Isadora Duncan breaks with conventions on the stage and in her personal life, living openly as a bisexual in the early 1900s, having many scandalous affairs, multiple children out of wedlock, and moving to Russia, where she obtains Soviet citizenship while taking part in the revival of the Russian ballet. In 1913, her two children are drowned in an automobile that rolls into the River Seine near Paris when the car's emergency brake is improperly set. Later that year, Duncan herself is seriously injured in a car crash. In 1924, she is knocked unconscious in yet another automobile accident in Leningrad. And on another occasion, Duncan nearly drowns. On this day in 1927, Isadora Duncan is wearing a long, hand-painted silk scarf given to her as a gift from the mother of film director Preston Sturges. She is in Nice, in the south of France, on the French Riviera, and this evening she slides into the passenger seat of a car driven by a fellow named Benoit Felchetto. Felchetto's car is an ML car CGSS, an open-top, open-wheel sports car. Just the day before, Duncan talks with the reporter from the Associated Press about writing her memoirs, saying, quote, "For the first time I'm writing for money. Now I'm afraid that some quick accident might happen." As Felchetto pulls away and Duncan bids adieu to her friends, the wind catches her long scarf. It wafts out of the passenger compartment, dangles into the wheel well, and catches in the spokes of one of the back wheels. It tangles around the spinning wheel, pulls taut, and yanks Isadora Duncan out of the car and under the wheel, snapping her neck and killing her instantly. On this day, in 1927. Also passing away on this day in 1982, also after a car crash on the French Riviera, Hollywood royalty and Monegasque royalty, Grace Kelly, Princess Grace of Monaco. Grace Kelly is born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She stars in a string of popular films, High Noon, High Society, and the Alfred Hitchcock films To Catch a Thief, Dial M for Murder, and my favorite, Rear Window. She wins an Academy Award for Best Actress for her role in The Country Girl, and by the time she is 26, she retires from acting to marry Prince Rainier III of Monaco. It's the wedding of the century when Grace and Rainier marry in 1956. Dignitaries and celebrities from around the world gather in Monaco for the celebration. Princess Grace receives 142 official titles by marriage. Don't worry, I won't bore you by reciting them all. Grace and Rainier have 3 children, Caroline, Albert, and Stephanie. It is 17-year-old Princess Stephanie who is in the car with Grace on September 13th, 1982. They're driving back from the family's country home in Rockagel. Princess Grace is driving a Rover P6 3500 sedan on a winding mountain road when she suffers an attack similar to a stroke. Incapacitated, she loses control of the car, Stephanie tries to pull the handbrake and grab the wheel, but is unable to bring the car back under control. The Rover plummets over the cliff's edge and falls 120 feet down the mountainside. Both Grace and Stephanie are taken to the Monaco hospital. Stephanie has a fractured vertebrae but is not seriously injured otherwise. Grace, on the other hand, is seriously injured. By the evening, it's apparent that she is unlikely to survive. The next day, this day, her condition worsens and Grace is kept alive solely by artificial means. After several hours, her husband, Prince Rainier, makes the difficult decision to remove her from life support. Princess Grace of Monaco, Grace Kelly, passes away on this day in 1982 from injuries sustained in the previous day's car accident. She is 52. And like with her wedding 26 years earlier, dignitaries and celebrities from around the world gather in Monaco for her funeral. There are 108 days left in the year. On This Day is produced by me, Dave Schultz. Thank you very much for listening. Many thanks to Milton Reese and Santa Fe Community College for the production support the past couple days. Also passing away on this day in 1638 in the Massachusetts Bay Colony, English minister John Harvard, who leaves half of his personal fortune, 780 pounds, and his personal library to a school founded 2 years earlier in Cambridge, Massachusetts, which is named in his honor, Harvard College. So if you're still listening, gotta love that pure cane sugar. Talk to you tomorrow.